Hey guys, welcome back. Bill here. Last episode we tore the front end apart on the truck, and as you can see, there's nothing really there. I mean, I decided not to replace the upper ball joints because they're very tight, so there's no reason to do that. I don't think I'll be gaining anything. And both sides are tore apart. As you can see, the Pitman arm, that's fairly new. This was a manual steering truck, and I put power steering on it right after I got it. So, and I ended up buying that Pitman arm new at that time. I'll bet. Since I've had this truck, I probably haven't put over 1,500 miles on it. We're going to go ahead and start today. We're going to press that lower ball joint in. So we'll start on this side. We'll get this ball joint put in. We'll go to the other side, get the ball joint put in. And I think I've decided to not use the drop spindles. And this is why. If you look right there, it looks like something's rubbing here. And I think it's my wheel. I know even with those spacers, it's very, very close. Let's go look at this wheel here. Right here, you can see the weight on it, where it had rubbed off. I don't want to deal with all that crap, and I'm not going to change my wheels and tires. If I ever change the wheels, I'll stick with 15s and I'll put rally wheels on it or something, but I'm staying with 15-inch tires and wheels. I just like the way they ride. And the bigger wheels just do nothing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and put the stock spindles on it, the stock springs. We're going to put this thing back to where it rides and the same height as factory. So let's get this ball joint pressed in. So I'm just hitting on the corner, on the edge of that, and I'm just tapping it just to keep it, just to hold it there. So this is supposed to go over that right there. Well, that's not. If this was, you know, a ½ inch deeper, it would be perfect, but it's not. So it's pushing on this part, and I'm not real comfortable pushing on that part. So I need to figure out something else here. Okay, so here's what I did to solve my problem. So I had this piece here that's supposed to, I guess it's a cap. Oh, that's hot. It's a cap that is supposed to push that ball joint in. Well, this didn't fit it, because it needs to set in that, see that little groove right there, and it didn't quite fit on there. So what I did, I put it in the vise here. Then I took my die grinder with the little flapper wheel thingy on it, and I started going around and around and around and around, and got it to where it fits. So now it fits up on there just like it's supposed to. So it sucks I had to modify my tool, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And it didn't hurt anything. This thing's still thick and heavy, and it's not going to hurt anything. So, and it did kind of give it a nice little polish in there. So, all right, I think that will work for us. All right, that's that. I think that should work. By golly, I think I'm about there. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah. Let's get you up there, look. Yeah, it's up in there. That's money. All right, we'll do the other side. The brand new springs right there. There's stock spindles. Just knock the heavy grease off of it and call it a day. All right, let's set this. So the way these springs have to go in, this is the top right here, and there's up inside here, there's a round piece that fits down in here, and the bottom of the coil right there, there's a pocket right there where it has to sit. So as long as this here is in that pocket and you're over that let's see if we can see it here. That guy right there, you're golden. So it shouldn't be a big deal. That thing swung down there pretty far. I think it'll go in there without any problem. Let's set you here and we'll see if we can put this in. See, we are in the notch right here. Let's see. Start bringing the jack up. Just reach up in there. There we go. Make sure we're in our notch here. Get you up in there. That looks like we're going in there. We're good. We're good here. We should be able to bring that jack up. Yeah, we're good there. Let me see. Let's shine some light in there. And my little flashlight. That's setting exactly where it needs to be. That up there is exactly where it needs to be. That's over the top of it. All right, that's it right there. All I have to do is get our nut started and tighten her down, and that spindle and spring is installed. Start getting this thing buttoned up. We'll start by tightening up our ball joints. And get these to proper torque specs, which basically is till it's tight and won't go anymore. I guess some people call that elbow torque. Put our cotter pin in. Okay, tighten the top one. Looks pretty good. I think our hole's lined up. We grab a cotter pin for that. All right. Feels good. So we'll get out here and figure out our tie rod ends for this side. All Alright, let's get our drag link set up, or idler arm rather. And this one here, unlike the original one, it's greasable, so that's good. Just put our grease zerks in here. Let's go put this on. All right. There's our idler arm. So I had to turn the wheel to get it on there. I had to turn the wheel all the way to the right because it just wouldn't quite go, and then did that, and as you see, she went in there. All right, we got our old tie rod ends. Open up the new ones here. Grease fitting, cotter pin, grease fitting, cotter pin, adjusting sleeves, so our goal is to get these adjusted exactly where this one is, if that's possible. And one of these is going to be left-hand threads and the other one's going to be right-hand threads. So we'll go in each one of them about so far. And just start turning this guy here. Get those trying to get these as straight as possible so I can do this. And it looks like it's right there, right on the money. So I don't know if you can interchange if these are the same size end to end, but how you can tell the inner from the outer. The inner will have the grease fitting on the end of it like that. The outer will have the grease fitting in the back of it. So that's how you can tell. So you don't, person doesn't get them mixed up. Get them on there the wrong way, backwards. All right, let's go back under the truck and put these guys on. I'll tighten these down the rest of the way, these adjuster sleeves, once I got it in the truck. So again, that's the inner one right there. All right, I got everything under here hooked up. Got all everything greased. My shock is put back on. So now, all I gotta do is transfer everything from here back over to here. And let's get after it. Alright, let's pop the seals out of this and get our bearing out. Alright, we'll get these cleaned up and get them repacked. Alright, next day. Got our new brake pads and rotors. Rotors, pads over here. First thing I think I'll go ahead and take some brake cleaner and wipe this side off with get that coating off of them. That's because when I get it on the truck, I won't be able to reach this back side. So I'll wipe it again before I put it on the truck. Our wheel bearings, it's been greased or packed. Put a little bit, just a little bit in here, just for the heck of it. All right, that should be good. We got some seals over here. Okay, got our bearing in, new seals, and just got a cheap seal driver set, and we'll all right, that's good. That's ready to go on there. Okay. Our outer bearing, we'll just put a little more grease around it, just for shits and giggles, basically, just because we can. You can never have too much grease. Well, I guess you could, but... Alright, got the washer. It goes on there. Can only go one way. Our nut on it. So we crank it down where it's get it set in there nice and tight. Okay, go until it's tight, then we back it off. I'll say, what, quarter? Just enough to free it up. Let's see, where's our hole at? I think that's pretty good right there. Now I just got to find my hole. There. Yeah, it feels good. Dust cover. All right, I've already wiped down the rotor, the front of it, so got my caliper. Our bolts, I put anti-seize around the threads. Now these here, I use what I call the hammer torque method. I would recommend using a torque wrench, but this is me. That's how I do stuff. Half-assed. but it's never failed me, so there's that. All right, new brake line or brake hose. Cleaned up my bolt. New washers for my banjo fitting. Okay guys, there it is, back on the ground. Brakes are bled. I know it looks a little different, but I kind of like it. Let's see, I have a tape measure around here somewhere. I know it was 27 inches before, from the ground to the, now it's looks like 31 1/4. So that's what, 4 1/4 inches it raised it. So it's going to sure make a difference in the way it rides. I know that. So this is going to go along with what I have planned for this truck. I've had the truck for a while, a couple of years. I've only put maybe 1,500 miles on the truck, and I've, new engine, new transmission that's yet to be installed, that's coming up. Now the front end has been done, new front brakes. Next video we'll be raising the back of it up. I'm looking for a camper shell for it, of this vintage, of this truck, and I think that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking with it, going something like that. But I want to use the truck. Is the bottom line. I want to use it. I'm tired of letting it set. I get frustrated just letting it set. I haven't been driving it. I don't like to drive it because I just don't. I got a comfortable seat. I got air conditioning. I got all this stuff. I just don't like driving the lowered truck. And so what happens is I set and I look at it. I drive it a couple of times a year. Maybe take it down to the park when they have a cruise in or something like that. And that's just not my thing. I just want to use the truck for what it's intended for. With that being said, I think that I will, if it rides better and it's more comfortable to drive, and make it my old fishing truck. I think that'd be cool. So come back, we'll do the rear end, we'll raise that up. If you guys are interested in this, if not, if you think I've ruined the truck, then so be it. It's my truck to ruin. The money's coming out of my pocket. That's how I feel about that. So, and like the shell, my eye on one here locally, it's an old mid to late 70s shell. And it's one of the big ones with the double doors in the back, but it's a shell. It's not the slide-in camper. It's got the paneling in it, but it's for an 8-foot box. And I'm thinking about buying it because I can buy it really cheap and cutting it down, make it for the 6-foot box. I think that would be interesting. It's an old wooden one with the metal, with the aluminum siding on it. It's pretty cool, old camper. It would fit this truck really well. It would just look right at home on it. So I haven't decided on that yet. I'm still kind of looking to find a short bed canopy. So anyway, enough of that. If you guys, like I said, come back, we'll do the rear end. After we get the rear end done, I have an oil leak I need to take care of. The oil pan gasket's leaking on this. When I put the engine together, I put a one-piece gasket on it, which these Chevys are notorious for oil pan gaskets. So, and I thought, well, I'll try a one-piece gasket. I've never used one. I put it on here and the damn thing leaked. So I'm going to have to fix that. Then we're going to get on the transmission, get the transmission put in it. I've got a brand new overdrive transmission for it. So stay tuned. We're going to stay on this truck until we get it done. So anyway, till next time, like, subscribe, comment, good or bad, I don't care. Hit the bell for notifications and all that stuff, whatever you do. But there's more videos coming. So you guys take care, and I will see you next time. See ya.